What's up, guys? Christian Review here with another review video, and for My Hero Academia 264. And my God, this was a good chapter. This current arc of My Hero Academia has been nothing but good. Everything involving the characters, the villains, everything was just really, really good. So, with what's going on, from where I left off, Kaminari had his big moment, absorbing the massive electricity from that one villain and realizing how brave he can actually be and how useful he can be in this raid. And we also left off with Hawks looking very menacingly at Twice in the shadows and having all his feathers surround Twice. Now then, we come back to present day. All the heroes are closing off all the entrances to the mansion, and while Redestro is in fact in the meeting hall with all the people, basically going over a bunch of stuff, and having that nice big smile on his face, being with everyone, someone barges in and says that heroes are here. They sealed off all the entrances, and the only way out is through the main mansion, where they are currently finding their way through. And as all the information is being said to Redestro, every shot we get with him, he still smiles until he eventually gets a very angry grin on his face, and his stress levels go through the roof, and the stress marks due to his quirk start to expel out. So we can most likely see Redestro make an appearance in this arc, full on hulking out, and I can't wait to see that. We then cut back to Kaminari and everyone with Cementos complimenting Kaminari with being able to absorb all that electricity. Then that electric villain tries to use the tasers to charge and amplify his own electricity to try and outdo Kaminari and try and hit all the heroes. But before he can do that, Edgeshot, proving himself to be a good number 4 hero, charges in and uses his quirk to puncture tiny holes into the guy's lungs as well as other Liberation Army members' lungs, so that they wouldn't be able to fight. He's like, you should rest for a bit, so that way that lung injury can heal on its own. If you keep pushing yourself, you could die. So yeah, that goes on. We get to see some good images with Midnight fighting, some Kamui Woods fighting, King Orca, this new guy Mudman, and as this is going on, we actually get to see I forgot the girl's name. Here we go. Kinoko from Class 1B using her mushroom quirk to put everyone else, all the villains, to sleep. This actually does show how they handpicked a lot of these students for the raid job due to their quirks being able to take on massive amounts of enemies at the same time. Which is why Tokoyami's there, which is why Shimage, Kinoko is there, Mushroom Girl. So this does explain a lot, and why Kaminari is there as well. So this does help show us what's going on. Now, we go back to Hawks and Twice. Hawks is still in the shadows looking menacingly at Twice. Twice is literally freaking out right now and flashing back to how he unwittingly brought Overhaul to Shigaraki in the League, and that led up to Magne's death. And that this is basically happening again since he led Hawks to the Liberation Army, to the League, and shared a bunch of information with them. And Hawks basically outright saying now that he just leaked all the information to keep people from dying. Twice is currently freaking out about all this because he said he felt bad for Hawks because he kind of looked lonely and everything. And Hawks does appreciate it. He does see Twice as a friend. He really does. Which is why we finally get him out of the shadow looking kind of sad. He basically upright says that Twice, I don't want to fight you, honestly. Hell, I can actually help you. Pay for your crimes, and you can make a fresh start. I'll even help you. And as Twice is trying to get him to shut up, Hawks says the one line that, honestly, everyone does in fact think of when they see Twice, despite him being a villain. He's a good person. He cares about his friends. And despite Hawks being generally somber about the whole thing, Twice is very upset, sad, and angry about what happened, and he's not listening. He's basically even said this one line: "You call yourself a hero." That's honestly, that is a good line for Twice to say. What what Hawks did, what he's basically done, it's not really something a hero would do. We do know the Public Safety Commission told Hawks to do this because of his unique skill set. But Hawks is he's still young. He's supposed to be a hero. So, I don't know. Hawks still tries to calm Twice down, saying, just come, basically trying to get him to come with him and be arrested. But then Twice basically says, I don't really care. Screw this. I'm going to take you down now. This is my mistake. I'm going to clean it up pretty much. That's pretty much what Twice is getting out. And then he does the infamous Sad Man's Parade, where he continuously brings out clones. Like almost an infinite amount of clones. This is going to be the turning point for Hawks. Now what Hawks can do, he can use his feathers to take out multiples of these Twices and possibly even knock him out. But the thing is, it could end up overwhelming Hawks as well. So there's no guarantee that Hawks will get away from Twice. Twice can even create clones of other people that he's seen and have them fight Hawks with his quirk. Hawks is a powerful hero. There's no question about that. But the fact remains that he's just one guy against a literal, with Twice's quirk, he can become a literal army. Despite them being easy to hit, one good hit will take them down. There's no guarantee that Hawks will take down Twice or anyone else. Oh man, yeah, I'm honestly concerned. I'm concerned for Hawks' safety, especially since right now at the end of the chapter, Dobby is running up the stairs, saying, basically in his head, because having a feeling that Hawks was in fact going to betray them. He's like, it's not your fault, Twice. It was never your fault. The real ones to blame are scummy heroes like him. So he has this weird, freaky grin on his face. Like full-on insanity mode. Almost like he was waiting for Hawks to betray them so that he can up and try and kill him. As if he was looking for it's like he's looking for an excuse to kill Hawks. I mean, I can see that. It's obvious ever since their first meetings that Dobby never really liked Hawks. Never really trusted him. So it's possible that he was just waiting for an excuse to burn Hawks. Now, I see this going one of three ways. 1. Hawks manages to incapacitate Twice before he overwhelms him. 2. Twice overwhelms Hawks. 3. Hawks does a good job of keeping Twice at bay until Dobby shows up and him and Twice double team Hawks, overwhelming him. But there is a fourth option. The fourth option could be that while Twice and Dobby team up and overwhelm Hawks, there could be some help from outside sources or Hawks last minute manages to get away. Now, 3 of those scenarios is basically Hawks most likely dying or being gravely injured in a fight between either Twice, Dobby, or both. So things aren't looking good for Hawks right now. And not much is really, I'm not really expecting too much to happen. Hawks is a really good hero. He's very strong. He's got an awesome quirk. And I can tell he's got some really good fighting techniques, especially with his swords. From what I can tell, from what I can tell from the panels. But the fact is, he's facing a literal one-man army and someone with insanely powerful fire quirk. So, what will happen now? That's something we're gonna have to wait and see. Whew. But yeah, all that aside, really good chapter. At first, I was thinking Hawks was straight up wanting to murder Twice from where the last chapter left off. Good misdirection, Horikoshi. I really do like that. Hawks really does consider Twice a friend and a good person, and he doesn't want to hurt him. He just wants him to pay for his crimes, become a normal member of society again. And Hawks is even willing to help him personally. That's how much Hawks really appreciates Twice. How much he likes the guy. So, what will happen next? I don't know, and I can't wait to find out. How did you guys enjoy this chapter? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it okay? What do you think will happen, as I said, what do you think will end up happening next? Out of the 4 scenarios that I just spouted out of nowhere, which one do you think is more likely? Or is there another option that could end up happening in this war arc to help out Hawks, or it could lead his inevitable defeat? Well, we're just going to have to wait and see. with all that said and done, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I will in fact try and do these videos more on time, especially on the actual release dates of these chapters. But yeah, hope you guys have an awesome day. Don't forget to enjoy yourselves. And yeah, hope you guys have an amazing day.